Alright, good morning boys and girls. Today we're going to be looking at this comparing and ordering mixed practice. And there are 12 total problems on this practice, and I'm going to do 5, maybe 6 problems with you. So that will give you half that you are responsible for doing with me, and then the other half you're responsible for doing independently by yourself. So we're going to start with number 1. And it says, students competed in a long jump event. The list shows their distances. So we have Carla with 3.78 meters. We have Karna with 4.02 meters. Gerald with 3.9 meters. And Josh with 4.1 meters. Which of the following shows the correct relationship between the distances? So right now I'm going to stop and I'm going to look a little bit at this question because I noticed the word relationship between the distances jumped is just like the kind of question that we saw yesterday on the pink practice. When we were making those relationships between the swimmers and their times, we were using the inequality signs to describe that relationship. So as I glance at my answer choices, I notice that I am seeing a greater than to less than symbol relationship as I go across. So what that tells me is that I probably need to order my answers from greatest to least. And by ordering our information from greatest to least, I ought to be able to find that relationship that is listed below. So another thing that we used yesterday when we were working on the pink practice was just not rewriting the information, but noticing where that decimal point is and just simply drawing a little dot to dot to help separate the whole numbers from the partial pieces, the decimal point pieces. So when I look at this and I think about the greatest value, I can see that we have 3, 4, 3, and 4. And I'm going to focus in on the 4s first, and then I have the 0 and the 1. So the one that is the greatest by looking at the information is Josh. So we're going to go ahead and list that first, 4 and 1/10. And I'm going to say that that is greater than Karna, which is 4 and 2/100. Since I've used those two, I can move on to my 3s. So we have Carla and we have Gerald. So of the two, it looks like Gerald is larger. So we're going to go with 3 and 9/10 because 9/10 is larger than 7/10. So I'm going to go ahead and write my inequality sign of greater than. Then I'm going to write 3 and 9/10 is greater than 3 and 78/100. Now all I need to do is go back and find the one that matches. So carefully, I'm going to go back, I'm going to eyeball. I notice that this one and answer choice A and my answer choice, they don't match. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of A, and I can go ahead and get rid of B also. When I look at C, I'm seeing 4 and 1/10, 4 and 2/100, 3 and 9/10, 3 and 78/100. And I'm also seeing that here, but for this to be true, we would need to switch these. So we definitely don't want D, and we're going to go with C as the answer choice. Please make sure that you've marked C on your answer choice. Alright. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to or to catch up. And I'll see you on number 2.